Hey guys, this is the Writing Prompt channel. Here, we take posts from Reddit and read out loud the best stories with the help of a bot. Enjoy this amazing story. The Writing Prompt by user Shir01. You're pretty sure your cat isn't normal. You've seen a picture of your grandpa as a kid with the exact same cat. And he keeps telling stories about his chess skills. Your mother says he's the same cat she had as a kid. And you swear you saw him on your computer the other day. Here is the amazing story made with the help of the prompt by user Angel466. Jonathan stared at the sleeping monstrosity that lays before the fire with its tail curled around its body. 26 bloody years. His mother had owned that flea-bitten tabby. And according her dad had had it all of his life as well. So why the hell was no one questioning this? Every time he'd brought it up with his mother, she'd laughed and waved it off. Oh, well, he's there. So I guess it must be one of those things. Have you had lunch yet, dear? Quote. It was as if they were being deliberately blindsided by the freaking obvious. And the more he tried to make his point, the more frustrated he became when everyone did the equivalent of pat him on the head like he was an errand child. I will get to the bottom of you, Fleabag, he murmured under his breath. So, of course, the cat chose that moment to show signs of life. First the claws flexed. Jonathan was all too familiar with those lethal little scalpels from hell. Since Toby had decided Jonathan's bed was his litter box. After coming home from high school that day, Jonathan had chased Toby all over the backyard with a golf club. And when he came back to the house a few hours later, he looked like a slasher movie victim. Next came the yawn that opened its fang-filled mouth wider than a reticulated python. It sank its claws into the floor and stretched backwards, then lifted each of its legs to stretch in turn. Are you still giving Toby the death stare, dear? His mother called from the kitchen. I hate that cat, Jonathan said, like that was a revelation. The one time he'd managed to capture it. And again, he wore the battle scars from that for a month. He tied its bag to 3 cinder blocks and thrown it off Lakeshore Bridge between their country house and the township about 5 miles away. It should be dead. Instead, by the time he'd ridden his push bike back to the house congratulating himself for finally achieving the impossible, the freaking little shit was in his bedroom taking a king-sized dump in the middle of his bed. And then hissed at him as if daring him to do anything about it. In the 10 years since that incident, things were no more peaceful between them. In short, Jonathan hated that cat, and from what he could see, the feeling was entirely mutual, as the cat thrived on making Jonathan's life miserable. The one time he told his mother it was either him or the cat, she'd offered to buy him new suitcases. Toby then stood up in front of the fireplace, looked at Jonathan like he was complete dirt, and sauntered off towards the kitchen. Jonathan watched it go, growling in frustration. It rubbed against the back of his mother's legs, but it neither went towards the tiny swinging door that gave it access to the outside nor the litter box in the corner. Instead, it went to the hallway, paused, and looked over its shoulder to stare straight at Jonathan in an all-out superior haiku, and took off towards Jonathan's room. Bastard, Jonathan saw, tearing through the lounge and kitchen as quickly as he could. Language, Jonathan, his mother roused, but Jonathan could only imagine what that feline from hell was doing in his room. And it began and ended with 10 loads of unnecessary laundry. But as he raced through the doorway, the sight that befell him had him skidding to a halt. For it wasn't a cat on his bed, although the creature that was stretched the full length of the mattress had very cat-like features, like those characters out of the Cats musical. Its ears, face, fangs, tail and claws and fur color were all the same as the ones he'd sworn at his whole life, while the rest had taken on a distinct human appearance. Close the door, Kid, Toby said. The look in its eyes anything but pleasant as it wrapped its tongue around one fang, polishing it. You and me need to come to an understanding before I lose my temper and kill you for real. And #X2OB. All comments welcome. The end. Thank you guys for checking out this channel. Please subscribe, like and share this video. See you in next one. Thank you and goodbye.